Hey guys, this is Tina from Quantum Healing with Tina. I'm a BQH practitioner, spirit releasement therapist, and intuitive empath, in case you didn't already know. And today I'm here with Karen. Say hi.
Hi. I'm a intuitive starseed healer, BQH practitioner, and clear channel and medium.
Yes, she is. Okay, so today we're going to do a little oracle reading from the Starseed Oracle.
Yay.
By Rebecca Campbell and artwork by Danielle Noel. This is my new favorite deck. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. So I actually pulled these cards a couple of days ago. The first one I pulled, which was pretty crazy, was big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. And it's so beautiful. Can you see it?
Yes, beautiful. I like the colors on that.
I know, I love the colors. I love the colors of this whole deck. My favorite colors. And the question was like, what do we need to know right now? Because we're in this crisis, right? The whole coronavirus pandemic and all the fear and stuff that's going on right now. And I thought it was really interesting that this card came out, big picture thinking. And I think it's really just about looking at the bigger picture, bigger than what's happening right now in our individual realities and our collective reality. And knowing that there's something much bigger going on than what we can actually see. It goes way beyond the surface, as we just talked about in the last video, that there's a war right now between light and dark, right? Like on the higher levels, on the higher planes of existence, there's this war, and the light is battling to, because the earth has been enslaved by the darkness for thousands of years. And that's really depressing when you think about it, because in a society, especially in America and Canada, where we think we're free, we really aren't. We're slaves to the system.
Mm-hmm.
We're not free. And the battle that's being waged right now is to take back our freedom, take back our sovereignty and our power from these beings, whether they are higher dimensional beings or actual humans being controlled by these higher dimensional beings. The idea is to take back our power from them. So that is the big picture. And I thought it was interesting that the Pleiades came through, because I've been connecting with them more recently.
How's their energy? How does that feel?
It's just very loving and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And calm. My screen keeps going black. Yeah. And this says, the Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us. So the Pleiadians are part of this battle for our sovereignty on the higher levels. They are our cosmic brothers and sisters, and they are here to help free us from the slavery that we're in. So that's another reason why I thought it was interesting that this came out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future.
That's us.
That's us.
And everyone who's watching. We're all responsible.
Yeah, we're all responsible for holding down this timeline, the timeline that we want to create, which is the new earth. Everyone wants the new earth, right? We want to be free. We want to have a beautiful environment. We don't want to be slaves to the systems that we've been slaves to all this time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world,
All of it.
And hold a new vision for humanity. Yeah, all of it. Because everything you've ever been taught about the world, it's all a lie. It's all a lie.
All of it.
All of it.
It's
Yeah.
so shocking. I mean, when you think about it, we'll have to do a video on that too. Everything.
Waking up to the truth and the realities of the world, they are shocking, and they can leave a lot of people feeling really depressed.
Yeah, we've been there. We have to go through those kind of different awakenings. Like, how many have I had already? How many have you had already? We've had our own many different awakenings. We go up and down and up and down, but really the ultimate goal is all love. Straight to find yourself inside. But
right. And being, it's always about coming back to the heart, always. So this new vision for humanity, that's what we're creating right now. That's this period of transition and tearing down all of these old systems is about creating that new vision. It says you're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future. And like you said, anyone that's watching this video is obviously part of that, because you wouldn't be watching this video otherwise. Here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. How true is that?
Yes. All of it is true. Exactly. We have to stand in that vision of where we want to go.
Yeah. So, how are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? And that's it. Right now, we need all hands on deck, right? Like, we need everyone. So the people that are there in the background right now, the Starseeds, the Lightworkers, the truthers, everyone, we really need everyone to come forward, because we need you to help create this new earth and to lead the people that are newly awakened in the right direction. They need guidance right now. So I feel like many of us are being called to step up. Can you see me?
You just turn now sideways.
Yeah, this is it keeps turning black on me. Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was the first card, big picture thinking. And it has this gateway on it with the light beings on the other side. And I feel like we are getting ready to step through this gateway. Like, that's kind of where we are right now, still on the other side, but getting ready to step through this gateway and joining our cosmic cousins on the other side in 5D.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We should teach also, maybe in another video, about false light. Because
That's a good
it's also another important, to get lost in the false light, thinking that we're, it's all for benevolent stuff, but it's not necessarily. You might, as a person, have it in your highest good to follow, but it might not be for the highest good.
Right. And there's currently on the planet, there's still a lot of false light out there. It is being taken out, but it's probably going to be around for a little bit longer, and it's good to be able to recognize. So I thought the card that came out next was interesting too, because it has the same kind of gateway on it.
Aha. And it says portal.
This portal.
And the same kind of like colors.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And she's still on the other side, like getting ready to walk through. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card.
Wild card.
You decide. Doors are, and that's really what it feels like right now. Like there's so many doors opening. Like I feel like there's all these different timelines, and we get to choose what timeline we are going to align with, what vision we hold for Earth and the future, and not only Earth but our own individual realities and where we want to be. We always get to choose love or fear. And if we're living in the vibration of fear, we can't create a new Earth. We can't create that vision for the future. We have to always come back to center and at least find a neutral position to be in, if not to be in the highest vibration of love, unconditional love. And we always get to decide. Rewards.
I like rewards.
Huh?
I like rewards.
I like rewards. I feel like we will be rewarded. I feel like when we get to the other side of this shift that we're going through now, I really feel like we are going to be rewarded and taken care of. And we'll have everything we always wanted, you know?
Yeah, we definitely have to hold on to that vibration, that vision. It's really hard, especially like when you're juggling things that are going on around you, you know?
Yeah. Because a lot of us, a lot of people just kind of escaped out into 5D and they live there full time, right?
Them.
But most of us are like, what's the word? We're kind of like the transition team. We go back and forth between 3D and 5D. We're still
we have to be, because we have to be, we're not responsible, but I mean, we have to be able to anchor the light for the, the 3D or the denser side to follow. Like that's our role, is as light workers, to hold that light for the density.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be there to guide them and help pull them along.
Trust me, I wish we could just be in 5D and be like, "Okay, peace, peace out."
Right.
Or no, but even like for me, for example, like I'm still like kind of pushing out density. I don't even know if most of it's mine. I know some of it is, because I'm still dealing with like a lot of inner trauma from like past stuff. But apart from that, I mean, like I do have enough tools to get myself there, to clear it out of the way, see it clear out of the way, and then hold light again. That's ultimately what the job is.
Right.
And give people the safety to come to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big job. It's a hard job to do.
It is a hard job.
We are multitasking. And even when we're sleeping, we're not sleeping.
Oh my God, I was just going to say, yeah.
We're working all the time, and people are tired and fatigued, and I get it. Like it's really hard to be able to do our day-to-day, be productive and have to survive in this world, and while carrying everything else and being a lighthouse and staying sane and collapsing, and sometimes you gotta cry out, and then after that it makes more space, because we have to be able to release it instead of holding it all in and keeping it in. It's not our job to keep it in. We have to learn how to allow these feelings to come through and love yourself there. It's really difficult, but this is what we've been preparing for, all of this.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfectly said.
Thank you.
Well, regardless of what D we're in, we're all human. And we came here for the human experience. We have emotions. That is the human experience. And it's not like those emotions are ever going to go away. We just have better skills and tools to be able to deal with them.
Absolutely.
And,
I
yeah.
think that's what is scary for many, like especially like in the spiritual community. I mean, I was thinking that too before, and it's like I don't want to feel that anymore. Like I did it. Not to do that anymore. I'm good. But yeah, no, they come. But it's just well, I mean, like, how they give you like these tests to make sure that you learned your lesson. No, it always unfolds a new layer of the onion, and then you have to deal with that too. So, I mean, it's really your unbecoming everything you've learned, all your conditioning, all the paradigms, all the scary stuff that we've learned how to suppress in the old timelines, and working our way through it. Because, like, how else, like, I think what we said, like, if we are going to reach far out into the light, we have to reach far out into the shadows as well. That's the world of duality. And it's actually quite scary the further you get into the shadows, but at the same time, it's like you can't just go in one direction of light and then expect that the shadows are not to exist anymore. They are there. That's what our role is to bring light to the shadows.
Right.
Well said.
Well, you made me forget my thought.
Roll.
Okay, so, portal. Okay, that's what we're doing. Portal.
Oh, yes.
Portal. So, yeah, when I think about the portal, I think about all these different timelines. And right now we're shifting all the time. Like, have you noticed that?
I feel like the timelines are shifting. I remember I told you I went outside and then I came back in and I felt like I had walked into something different. Like it didn't feel like my apartment for like half a second, and I was like, where am I? Because usually when I walk in, I always have that sense of, oh, I'm safe. I didn't have that for that half second, and it kind of like not panicked, but I was like, what happened? Did I miss something? And it could be just that quick. So that's why like things are just shifting really quickly, and it's just a matter of how aware are you. But I think because like I know my environment really well, that I was able to catch it really fast because it's my home. So yeah,
Right.
it's happening all the time.
It's like, yeah, it's all the time. I feel like we're just constantly like quantum jumping from one timeline to the next, to the next, to the next. And how aware are you to sense it and feel it? And sometimes it feels like a deja vu.
I've been getting a lot of those.
Yeah, I had a really big one the other night when we were on the phone. Like this intense feeling like this had happened before.
It probably did. We were just jumping back and forth between timelines and seeing each other, like meeting each other there, like as we're going along in the process of getting to where we need to go. So yeah, it's really cool how we're feeling it. I think like live all the time. Everything is just happening that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never felt time shifting so fast. Like it just feels like there's nothing solid. It feels like there's nothing solid. It's all just shifting, like
we're all just riding that wave.
Yeah.
Hoping not to fall on our ass. Yeah. It's like it's happening a lot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, portal. Doors are opening, you decide. Rewards, wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying yes. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in short space of time.
That's like what I felt this morning. Remember I told you I was just outside and I felt like I was in two places at once? That's exactly what it felt like. And I was here, but I felt like I was at your place. It smelled like New Jersey. It felt like New Jersey. I was just there, and I was like, no, I know this is my neighborhood, but I felt
And
like,
the portal.
yeah, I was in a portal. I felt like
Yeah.
that. Like I was just in it. I was like, I could just turn around and it could be your door. You know, like, yeah. I didn't know how to explain it at the time, but yeah, here you go. Confirmation.
Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. Portal.
Happening.
You're swimming with the cosmic current of life.
Okay.
What experience would you like to have? Like these things are real. These things are real. Like they've had this kind of technology forever now with time machines and portals. That stuff is real.
We won't
And
need more. We are the time machine, you know? Like that's what it's going to end up going into. That's how I feel it is. I mean, that's exactly what it showed me today.
right.
Right.
Yeah. We are going to be the time machines. We're going to be able to travel with our thoughts.
Great.
So, what experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. I think that's so important because, especially right now, we're manifesting so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well earned fruit.
Watermelon.
When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible.
That's
That's
fun.
exciting.
Cool.
If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. What
Maybe
would
that's
you
my
post?
sign.
Huh?
Maybe that's my sign to leave my job too.
Yeah. What would you most like to experience? I think we all need to ask ourselves that question. What would you most like to experience? And then create the thoughts that will create that experience.
Oh, I've been doing that every day.
What do
I know.
you what do you want? What are you creating?
You know what I always see? I always see myself with a room full of women and just talking about trauma and stuff like healing and you know exactly like what happened when I went to the government office to go get my Nexus card. The same lady, the one who was asking me like how, because she was so shocked that my ex-husband came with me to with the kids for our the cards, and she's like, that's your ex-husband? I was like, yeah. She's like, how do you do that? And I'm like, huh? You know, like it's just like normal to me that I have a pretty decent relationship with him. And yeah, we sat down and I just talked to her and we just went on topic to topic as much as we could, in the little time that we had together. But yeah, pretty much like that's was a sign for me too. Like before all this happened, like I think like when I got my cards like for the traveling, they had done the border bans the next day or something like that. Like you can't
I think it
travel.
was
I was
the same
like,
day. Yeah.
yeah, it was not that far off. It
Yeah.
was just a couple of days like in March, like early March. And I was like, oh fudge, like can't do anything. But yeah, that's what I see, like helping random strays or women that need guidance and assistance to lead a healthier life or at least get back into their power, to feel
Mhm.
their power. Because she felt very powerless to me. Like she just felt depleted and, really stuck in that old paradigm of toxic masculine and feminine type of thing, where you
So
can't get, in that old timeline where you can't get along. Once you're broken up, it's like you're not friends anymore, and you can't have a life with them anymore, or you can't coexist anymore. It was that kind of old stuff, and for her too, like what really like made me feel like oh god, because she was a Russian, and she was saying she's like we're all about family. she's like, so like for me, it's just like, can I have a relationship with him, like friends? She's like, or can I salvage it, even though I know it's not even though I know it's toxic. And I was like, how about you just get your time yourself and ask yourself what you really want. You know, maybe you'll realize that this is not what you want, that you're worth more than a toxic relationship. And so that really like stuck with her. Like she was really happy. She's like, you know, you're right. She's like, I'm so stuck on a thought, or you know, like how it's supposed to look like when it might not even be that. I go, yeah, you're probably the example of what it's not that. You know, like you have to break out of that so you don't teach that to your kids. And she's like, oh, I never thought of it that way. You know, what am I teaching my kids? I was like, okay, great. Yeah, she was really like, she felt relieved. Like she had a little bit of light left in her, like when I left her. So yeah, that's what I envision a lot.
Oh, I love that story.
Yeah, I was really happy to reach her.
And that's why, like, you know, light workers and healers and starseeds don't need to have, you know, a specific job just in healing. You could do that work anywhere. You can do it in the grocery store with the people coming through your line, you know? You can do it at
all the time. I talk to
right.
ever just to see them. Even the lady who I talked to the other day on the phone. Remember when I was talking for the dog treats? Mm-hmm. I go, yeah, you must have a lot of like, it must be really hard being in customer service these days. She's like, oh, you have no idea. I go, oh, I can have an idea. I mean, people are angry now because they're home and, you know, they can't do anything. Their freedom's taken from them. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, it's really tough. And I say, well, you know, you're doing a great job. And, you know, and she was like, oh, thanks. You know, like they just want to be seen. People just want to be seen, you know.
Just like the lady in the dollar store the other day. I was like, your job must be really tough. And she just like spilled her guts. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they do.
I'll take it from you.
Yeah, they do. They really do. They just want to be seen and heard.
Yeah, that's it. That's all anybody wants, to be seen and heard. So, yeah. Well, that's a beautiful creation.
I love that. New portal. Let's jump it.
New portal, yeah. So the next card is called Loosen Your Grip.
Okay. Other way. I can't see it.
Oh.
Oh, is she fallen?
Yeah.
Ooh, still the same nice colors.
Yeah. Yeah, she...
That. I don't fall like that. I fall like Chris Farley.
It looks like she's falling. But again, there's a gateway. You see it?
Ah, wonderful. Okay.
Wow, that's so
what's that one at the bottom? What does it say?
Loosen your grip.
Loosen your grip. Okay.
Coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Loosen your grip. Well, I feel like everyone needs to loosen their grip right now, right? Everyone's like gripping on so hard.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper and
toilet paper and fear.
Fear the old reality because nobody wants to change. It's like they're holding on to their seats, you know?
Yeah.
When it's not the time to do that. Like we need to be able to like be flexible and like sway with all these different timelines and kind of just like loosen up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But that's not our natural state of being. We want things to be predictable. We want things to be like we've always known them, right? We know what to expect. We know our routines. We know what's going to happen next.
The lack of control that freaks everybody out.
Right. And when you're tumbling like this, there's no control. No. You're just like floating and just floating.
Very gracefully.
Yeah, it's about, you know, loosening the grip, giving up the control a lot. I mean, you really need to give it up a lot right now because
they're not really leaving you a choice to do so. You know, you just got to let it go, because I mean, if you're resisting all of it, it's going to be a very difficult process.
Right. Surrendering.
I think that's my lesson of the week too. You know, like letting that kind of control go. I think, you know, by not letting that much affect me, I think it had to take like a really deep, ugly cry today for me to feel how much I held on and carried. Like I really felt like I was going nutty. Like, and I'm like, how am I letting this happen to me?
Yeah.
And yeah, I did fall into that victim state. I'm good enough to admit that, you know, but but then it comes to a point where you're just like, okay, how do I get my power back? You know, that's really the ultimate question. How do I get my power back? How can I be more sovereign? Apart from like you sending me that thing and I have to print it so I can read it before I go to work. But I mean, like, these are like little tricks, you know, like when you can admit that, you know, you're not strong, at least you have, you know, friends and family and loved ones that will help you get up. That's nice. I'm very grateful for that, because like if I didn't, I don't know, it's because it's already very isolating at where I work. So it's nice to know that there are people that I can, you know, count on to help me get back up. You're not a victim. Put on your big girl panties and just deal, you know, like deal with all the tools that you got. And it's temporary. It's not, you're not going to die from this. It's just, it feels really heavy, but it'll pass. And that helps us all. So thank you. That's great. Thank you.
Well said. Now, you did good. I mean, you know, you just have to let yourself feel what you're feeling sometimes. And if you're frustrated that everyone around you is frustrated and angry, it's okay. You know, as long as you don't stay there. It's not like you're going to stay there forever. You're going to eventually bring yourself back up out of it. And you did. And you're better now.
Yes, I am. I actually do feel better. I feel like 10 million times better.
You look better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you saw what I look like before we talked today, yeah, it was like pretty yucky. Well, the whole week it was really bad, but yeah, no, I'm good. I was like really concerned to the point where I was just like, oh my god, I was already planning like a sick leave. I was like, I'm gonna go on sick leave. Like this is it. I'm heading there, but no, I'm gonna beat this.
Yep. You're going to be the anchor of light for your department.
Yes, I have to be.
You're not there by accident.
Well, if you say it like that.
You're not there. You're not there by accident. You're there because even it is so isolating because you're the only one, but you're the only one for a reason, because you have the capacity to be that anchor and to anchor in that light for everyone, because they can't do it. So yay.
All right. Next card.
None of us are where we are by accident. You know, I feel like we all are strategically placed in the places we are because we have jobs to do there. And your job, as hard as it is to be that anchor for them. And to not absorb, but to be your own sovereign space. And instead of absorbing their energies, is to push yours out.
Yes. I'm going to do that.
And you can change the whole vibration of a room by putting yours out instead of taking everybody's in. So that's your practice for the week.
Yeah, we'll do a video next week and I'll let you all know how that went.
Yeah.
Okay.
So loosening your grip, surrendering, letting go of control. Yeah. And the last card mentioned swimming too, swimming through the portals. And this one has like a watery background. It's like a waterfall.
That's lovely.
We're cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would add all of the old paradigms to that. Everything, the old structures, everything right now is in flux. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. Yeah. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine.
All right. Yeah.
Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay. But you can be sure that what is for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. And that's it. You don't have to carry it all. You just give it up. You know, just give it up. Give up the control. Give it up to God. It's not yours to control. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? That's an interesting question. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? I don't know.
I don't know either. Are you clinging on to too much light?
Well, I think in the broader perspective of things, like we cling to all of these old structures that don't serve us because we don't know what's going to come next, right? We're kind of like afraid of the unknown and what's going to take its place, you know,
Right.
like whether that's government or school or anything, like it's just that uncertainty of what's going to come next, and is it going to be better or worse?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like right now we need to trust that it's going to be better, you know. I don't think it can get any worse. How much worse can it get? I think it might appear to be worse in the short term. I really do feel like there's more chaos coming.
Yeah, because it's a transition period for everybody.
Right. So I feel like there's more chaos coming, but the entire outcome of it is going to be good. But in the transition, there's going to be more chaos. Definitely.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like a huge divide among everybody right now.
Huge divide.
Yeah, like more than before. Now I feel it's more out in the forefront, even while everybody's in their own homes.
Yeah.
A lot of their anger is coming out. Their masks are falling off, and
Well, that's what needs to happen, right?
mm-hmm.
All the masks need to come off.
Yeah.
People reveal their true selves when they're faced with
when they have no control.
When they're faced with lack of control. Yeah. Okay, so the fourth card, the first one came out by itself, the big picture thinking, then portal, and then the last three came out together in a clump. And the last one was double mission. Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you.
All right. That's cute.
Yeah. Double mission. And we were just talking about this, like how we need all the light workers and starseeds right now to serve the world. And that's it. Like, we don't have to do anything besides be ourselves. Like, there's nothing to do. Just being you is enough, and being authentic to yourself is enough. And really, really surrendering into who you are and being okay with that. I think it's not easy to be authentic, especially in the beginning, because you're so conditioned by society to feel like you need to be more, better, prettier, skinnier, whatever it is, that you need to be something other than who you are. And so many people get really deeply damaged by that. The client I had recently was so deeply damaged by what she thought she needed to be and didn't feel like she could measure up to that. You know, like who she wasn't
realistic expectations. Yeah, it's never going to be good enough.
Right. And until we really learn how to accept who we are, with all our mistakes that we've made, all of our flaws that we have, all of our imperfections, like, we're human. Nobody is perfect. There's not one person on this planet that is perfect. And my favorite thing is when people are able to admit that and actually be real about who they are and the mistakes they've made. Like, if I come across someone who's appears to be perfect, I'm immediately suspicious, you know?
Well, yeah, because it's all crap.
Right.
Just a really tight mask on.
Just a really tight mask. Yeah. Yeah.
Protecting something inside.
Right.
To their own perception that it's not worthy or good enough to be seen. So it's like, just create a different persona. Yeah.
Right. And we've all done that to some extent. For me, the spiritual journey has been about unbecoming all of that, like just unraveling all the layers of what, society and culture and family and religion has told me to be, unraveling those layers and finally, like, coming into my truest self. And I really feel like it's a lifelong journey. It's not something you get to overnight. You can just do your best each day to be the most authentic version of yourself, that day, in whatever form that takes. And that's what I try to do every day, and to push myself into being more of myself, every day, just being more of myself. And it's been a tough journey. And then, not just being your authentic self, but then putting your authentic self out there in the public eye for people to criticize and scrutinize and, have their opinions and judgments about, or whatever. That's
difficult.
Yeah.
So everybody has to come out of their own closets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we really need you right now. If you are in your closet, you need to come out, because we need everyone. We need all hands on deck right now. So, double mission, Lightworker Starseeds, serve the world by being you. Lightworker Starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually. That is their individual mission. And also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way. That is the collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. Oh my God, I remember that feeling. It was like an urgent feeling like I needed to be doing something, like that calling into your purpose and that urgency. And it didn't stop until I started doing this work. And I just realized that right now. It just dawned on me. But I remember even when I had my session with Lori and I'm like, what is my purpose? And she's like, don't worry about that yet. Just, clear your trauma and then that will come. And that's exactly what happened.
That's like me, like in the beginning of my awakening too. There was a sense of urgency of having to just write. And I was just writing and writing and writing. And then it made a book.
Yeah.
5 years later.
It's common for Lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as the spiritual closet.
Ta-da! How do we know?
If you pull this card, yeah, how long? I mean, I spent so long in the spiritual closet. And I actually,
out.
huh?
Yeah, you came out like last year.
Yeah. I was out a little bit, but not fully. And I realized that I'm really still not even fully out. I really still don't fully speak my mind and say the things I want to say.
Yeah, it'll come.
Yeah.
I think you've done pretty good so far.
Yeah. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. How can you serve the world by being you? I think that's so true. It's just when you find what you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. You're just doing what you're passionate about.
Yeah, what's your dream job? For that question?
Yeah. You're just doing what you're passionate about. And then, that's what creates the light because you're working from your heart. And imagine what the world would look like if everyone was doing that.
That's the direction we're going in. I'm holding that thought for everything.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Everybody deserves to do the things that they want to do and not feel like they're doing whatever they're doing now just for the means to pay their bills or to survive.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are getting lost in that kind of, that kind of prison.
Yeah. Let's see what the Oracle of E has to say.
All right.
I love these little cards. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're really sticky, though.
What does E mean?
I'm not even sure. I know it's based on what's that movie with the dude?
Oh yeah.
The dude, like his name's the dude. Jeff Daniels played Jeff Daniels?
Bridges?
Bridges? Bridges. Jeff Bridges? Yeah, I think that's his name. Jeff Bridges. Yeah, Jeff Bridges. I like him. I hope he's a good guy.
We'll see.
We'll see. Like, there's gonna be like a list of good and bad people.
Probably good is gonna be shorter, unfortunately.
You know, after they showed that picture of Ellen with the ankle bracelet thing, she started going for walks, videoing herself going for walks around her neighborhood. Did you see that?
Yeah, she's probably taking a walk with someone.
Someone.
Yeah. Someone who's in charge.
Right. I was thinking that too. That almost seemed purposeful to say, "Oh, look, no, I'm fine. I'm not on house arrest." You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Right. Just say no.
No.
Who knows? Just say no. 51. Let's see. These are cute. The divine buzz. Everybody has a different phrasing for it. Being in the now, a connection with all that is, living in the moment. Here's the thing. There are no words that can explain it. But baby, you know you can feel it. Savor it for all it's worth.
All right, baby. Great.
Let's see what else. Well, I think it's just another reminder just to be in the now, you know, just be here without thinking about the past or the future too much. I mean, we want to create our future, right? So we want to maybe meditate on it or whatever, but try not to get swallowed up in. Oh. Oh, the same card.
Okay. Done.
Yeah. Got it.
I had a feeling that was the same card too.
So did I.
Interesting.
Baggage be gone. 17.
All right.
Baggage be gone. We're not taking any baggage with us. We're leaving it all behind. Come on now. Aren't you tired of being stopped? Stopped? No. Aren't you tired of being stooped over from all that emotional baggage? The thing is, it all happened yesterday. This is now. And with one flick of your powerful, energetic finger, you can send that old has-been baggage overboard into the drink. It is high time to fly free. Let it go, my friend.
All right. Let it fucking go.
Let it go. Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah, well, they were really
Really good message.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Did you resonate with any of that? How did it make you feel? How are you guys feeling? What's going on in your lives? Let us know. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And yeah, anything else? Final thoughts?
No, I can't top the ones that I said before.
True that. They were pretty good.
I know. No, just sending love all the time. Take care,
Sending
everybody.
so much love. Yeah. So much love and peace and calming energy to everyone. No more fear. We're moving into love and we're taking that with us, leaving the old baggage behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone, if you made it this far, and we'll see you next time.
Namaste.
Namaste.